Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. We're going to be taking a look at the trial dungeon, the Cloud Deck. In this trial dungeon, you'll be facing off against the Diamond Weapon. And if this video helps you out in any way, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, as it does help me out. Hopefully after watching, you'll be able to take this guy down no problem. Now, the platform you are fighting Diamond Weapon on can be fallen off of, so make sure that you're positioning yourself accordingly for this. When the fight begins, he'll cast the Diamond Rain, which will do AoEs on the platform that will just need to be healed through. Another platform will come up on the opposite side of the Diamond Weapon, and will have two small teleporters that will transition you between the two different sides. When you cast Adamant Purge, this will cause claws to appear on one side of him. This will instantly kill anyone that is on the side of the platform that have these claws. You will have a 4-second countdown before these claws actually swipe across and kill everyone, so you'll need to rotate platforms quickly. After rotating, he'll cast Adamant Purge again, causing you to rotate back to the other side. During this fight, Tanks will want to try and stay away from the rest of the group, as his normal attacks are lines that will damage everyone that is in line with them. So you'll want to make sure you're not clipping the rest of the group. He'll then do Diamond Rain again, causing party-wide damage that will just have to be healed through before casting Photon Burst. This will put a proximity-based AoE on both tanks that they'll want to stay on opposite sides from the rest of the group, and one of the tanks will want to transition to the other platform to reduce the amount of damage that is being dealt. After this, he'll cast Adamant Purge, this time causing a group up mechanic that everyone will want to get in line with the person that has this AoE. If they do something unfortunate like happened here, then you'll want to just let them go off and die by themselves. When he casts Code Chi Z Stigma, this will cause him to transition into a different form. At this time, he'll do a knockback mechanic on both platforms that you'll want to get as close to the blue as possible, so that you're not knocked completely off the platform. Make sure you are positioning yourself so that you are knocked straight back towards the end of the platform. If you are kind of toward the sides, then you'll be knocked off the sides also. He'll then target one of the two platforms with an AoE that will completely destroy it. So you'll want to make sure that you're getting onto the platform that does not have the AoE. Shortly after he lands on the other platform with the group, he'll cast Outrage, which will do party-wide damage that needs to be healed through. He'll then go to the center of the platform and cast Ari Arts. This will cause multiple line AoEs across the platform. There will be a safe zone that is on the side of the platform that you can avoid all of these line AoEs. Then he'll cast Ari Doomstead, which would be a tank buster that just needs to be healed through. It does have a small AoE around it, so make sure that you're not around other party members. He'll then jump to one side of the platform and do a line AoE down the center of the platform before landing back on the platform, causing a large circular AoE. Followed by another outrage for party-wide damage. He'll then do a vertical cleave, which is going to be another knockback effect. This time you'll want to position yourself so you're not towards the corners of the platform and have the most room to work with, before transitioning back towards the center and casting Ari Arts one more time. After this, he'll start transitioning back into his original phase. And shortly after this, the second platform will reappear back to where you can reposition in between the two platforms. During the transition phase and the little while afterwards, there will be no damage going out, so this is a good time to get reses out. Again, the tanks will want to make sure that they're away from the rest of the group, as the line AoEs going through them for his normal attacks will hit everyone in a line. He'll then cast Diamond Shrapnel, which will mark 2 party members with a moving AoE that will follow them. So once the original AoE goes off, there will be several AoEs that follow in whatever direction they are in. The best location for this is for them to move towards the outside of the platform and then move towards the teleporter and go towards the other platforms. So put the most distance between you. At the same time, the boss will cast Adamant Purge. That will kill everyone on the side of the platform, so you'll want to move to the side that the claws are not on. Once you get to the other platform, he'll cast Articulate Bits, which will summon several hands that will do line AoEs in front of them, so you just want to position yourself into the opening before casting another Adamant Purge, so you'll want to move to the other side of the platform. At the same time, the bits will reposition, causing the line AoEs to happen one more time, just in a different pattern. He'll then do the Photon Burst, so the tanks will want to position themselves away from the rest of the group, and one of them taking the teleporter to the other side. He'll then do a Adamant Sphere, which will cause 4 circular AoEs to appear on the platform. There will needs to be 1 person standing in each one of these to absorb the damage from it. If you do not absorb this damage, then it will cause party-wide damage along with a vulnerability stack. After this, he'll follow it up with an Adamant Purge, which will be the group up mechanic. So you'll want to make sure that you're grouping up to split this damage, especially with the vulnerability stacks. This AoE can get quite damaging. If you feel like you have too many vulnerability stacks, it is okay to have the one person sacrifice themselves and take the AoE by themselves, and then just res them afterwards. I'll follow this up with Diamond Rain for party-wide damage. The next Adamant Purge will put circular AoEs on every party member, and you'll just want to spread out to avoid overlapping these. The hit from these does cause a magic vulnerability debuff, so if you are hit by 2 of them, you will instantly die. He'll then follow this up with the Photon Burst Proximity AoEs, so tanks make sure that one is going across the platform and that you're staying away from the rest of the group. He'll then do another Diamond Shrapnel, targeting 2 party members with the moving circular AoEs. So those party members will want to drop them in the back away from everyone else and then transport across the platform. Followed by another Adamant Purge that everyone will need to move platforms to avoid the swipes from. I'll follow this up with another articulate bits and another adamant purge. So after the line AoEs go off, then you'll want to rotate back to the other platform and reposition yourself in the new openings for the second set of line AoEs. Follow this up with another photon burst, so whichever tank should rotate to the opposite side of the platform, and then make sure that both tanks are away from the other part members of the group. Followed with an adamant sphere, so make sure that you're positioning yourself in these spheres to absorb the damage. I'll then do an adamant purge, which will be the group up mechanic. So since the group was split for the spheres, you'll want to group back as quick as possible to split this. Before casting another diamond rain for party-wide damage. And this should be it for the Cloud deck. I hope this helped everyone out, and if it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.